Welcome back, Bobcats.
It's my first time hitting the button.
I know, it's your first time being up
First time on the desk,
Yeah.
The amount of times I've been here.
Gosh, you've been here enough. If you don't know, I'm Will, and this is Blake. Blake, introduce yourself.
I'm Blake. How's it going? I'm our broadcast engineer, and it's the first time I get to actually call a game, so we're doing all right.
We can't wait. All right. You saw the team there. They're getting ready for this match against Toledo. They're hyped. They're ready. And it's going to be a fun night tonight. We've got the schedule coming up here in a moment. So, yeah, we've got a couple interesting games tonight. Zips, Ball State, certainly interesting. BGSU, NEU. Anything you're looking at, Blake?
I think it's right up there at the top. That's probably why they put it there. Akron versus Ball State. I expect a half-decent game from that, so...
Yeah, I agree. That looks like it'll be a good one. A couple announcements overall. Ohio Esports Arena, now open on Saturdays. I'm going to press that button as much as I can now that you're up here. All right, open Saturday, I believe 2 to 9. Come, it's fun. Do it.
We fill those work-study positions and now get an extra, 7 hours a week? Oh.
I think so. Something.
Yeah, 2 to 9, that's mathing.
Yeah, we'll figure it out eventually. Yeah. A couple more quick things. We have a COD team, and they're doing really well. They beat number 19 in the nation, Cincinnati, last week, and they have a tournament this weekend. They also have a game tomorrow. It will not be streamed, but this weekend they will be streamed. It will be on twitch.tv/OhioCOD Sunday at 3 p.m. Be there. Watch it. It'll be fun. Couple updates for League. League beat Toledo on Saturday. Woo. League win. We always like to see that. Next game against Eastern Michigan will not be streamed, but it is tomorrow, so we'll let you guys know how that goes, and we'll see. Anyway, quick little thing. Instagram, if you're not following us there, Ohio Esports. And then we also have a TikTok, bobcat.esports. Please follow the TikTok. We've got a lot of content coming there. Any suggestions, just let us know. And then we've got a sponsor right there, of course, PNC. Thank you, guys. It's always nice. My PNC account is filled right now, thankfully. I just checked that this morning, so PNC student account's always coming in handy. Thank you. Of course, we saw the team break right there. Are you ready for this game tonight, Blake?
I'm pretty hyped for it. I want to see how fast we can get through this, and especially the patch changes. I want to see how that affects everything. We've been talking about it a little bit. We've been talking about what other teams and how that affects them, and I'm interested in seeing how it affects us, really.
Yeah, they've the patch is kind of a controversial one for Overwatch. It's one of those ones where everyone's like, it's going to change the game forever, and looks like it might. Just some small changes, but not really small. They're big, but we'll see how it pans out tonight. We've got a couple of the cameras up there. CJ, of course. We've got Dexter Pittman now, of course, the wonderful counter to LeBron James. We got Akusora up there as well. And then, of course, we've got the bromance right there. We got Crazy Man G, and we've got LeBron James.
They look like they're plotting for a win.
Yes, they certainly are. Those two, awesome, of course. Those guys are great. They live in the room next to me. We share a suite. It's awesome. It's great to be around those guys. Yeah, I think I can say that every single game at least 4 times before people get annoyed. So, I'm doing my job.
So, what's LeBron James do next door? Like, do you hear him bouncing a basketball like all day, or?
Thankfully, since we don't live below them, but if we did, I would be very mad because every so often a soccer ball is kicked around that room, and I could see where that would get very annoying very quickly. Sorry to the people who live below us. But yeah, so of course LeBron James, he's sick. I believe he's still getting those rebounds, putting up like 30 point games every so often. I can't speak, and basketball's not my thing, I'll be honest. But of course, and that name was I think I've mentioned this on here before, but that was a last ditch name change. He was like, I've got to change my name before the season starts, and there were 6 of us in the room, and we were trying to get him to not choose LeBron James, and he chose LeBron James. So,
before getting the game, LeBron James is a support player, and it seems like a lot of these changes are affecting how support plays. So, what are we going to see?
Yeah, certainly. I think we're going to see a lot more Ana and probably Lucio from LeBron James. Of course, those are his picks typically, but I think he's going to be pretty much locked onto those this week. And of course, we are going to see something fun here. It's... Oh my goodness. I completely just blanked on this map's name.
Actually blanking for me too. I can't believe that.
I know it's well. I know that part. Oh, okay. Elios. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Of course, we've got this nice little overhead view, of course, going through that whole little map section right there. Game's getting ready to get started. Of course, we do see them kind of having their little fun in the spawn. I've talked to them about, like, hey, why do you guys always juke out the commentators with playing weird things in the spawn right before the game? And they can't give me a straight answer. So as of now, we're going to see a Wrecking Ball on Well. Not an unexpected pick, but kind of an interesting one. And Crazy Man G is going to be rocking right in with that. Of course, kind of slipping around this little side right here. Has not been seen by Toledo yet, and looking to just get a little bit of a boop on most of their entire backline. They do see him though at the last second. Couple little like the Doomfist, of course, straight in to counter that Wrecking Ball play. Crazy Man G does get Drew right immediately in the fight. That Lucio is going to be crucial for Toledo to kind of push into this game, and without that they are not going to be able to continue to contest this point. LeBron James and Crazy Man G both getting one more pick out of that, and the Doomfist almost getting booped right off the side of the map, just barely getting down, and of course the Tracer just jumping off the side of the map.
After that team fight, it makes a little bit of sense. Don't feed their ults if you can't.
Don't feed the ults, just run away as fast as you can. Akusora trying to get a little bit of a sneak attack right here. We'll see if he can manage that. Does get right behind the Moira, just misses a lot of those shots right there, kind of important shots. Doesn't get him though, but he is standing right behind that Roadhog, building up this pulse bomb rather quickly. And we do see LeBron James, Crazy Man G, and Akusora all getting a triple right there. Akusora kind of wrapping up on that Sombra right there. Fresco just kind of sitting there, just unloading damage into them the whole time. Doing a great job. And now we wait.
Anytime we watch Fresco, I'm always impressed by his crosshair placement of all things. I'm not a DPS, so
he sat there on Zarya for a long time, and so he got that crosshair placement almost spot on. He's very good at that. We do see Crazy Man G use his ultimate here, and he does get kept alive by a couple players right there. Fresco does get one. He gets that Roadhog out of the fight. Toledo with no tank going into this. That's going to be rough for them. They might just try to retreat here, maybe just kind of stall a bit if they can. Doesn't look like Ohio's gotten any more picks, and it doesn't look like Toledo's really aggressing. They're just kind of standing there and waiting for the tank. Crazy Man G does go ahead and get that Sombra, though. It does look like they will have to back up. We do see the Roadhog get the kill onto Akusora. That does leave an opening for Toledo to kind of get something going here. They do use an ultimate here to try and keep the team alive. It does look like they're pushing onto point. Kitsune rush on point as well. We got Kiriko right there as well, trying to just kind of keep everyone alive. Crazy Man G does go ahead and get that Roadhog down, though. Fresco does go down. And we do see Crazy Man G fall into the pit from, I believe, a Lucio boop there. Kind of unlucky. Akusora does get one onto Super Ninja, though. It might be enough for them to hold on point. Of course, we do see this kind of constant fight going on. Toledo trying to stay alive the best they can, but Akusora just kind of doing a little bit of damage, getting poke on them the whole time. But the Roadhog does come in and does get the kill. And Sombra also gets the kill onto LeBron James. OU in this with no tank and not no tank, one DPS down and one support down. That's going to be detrimental to any push. Crazy Man G does go ahead and get that Sombra there as well. Blue Steel getting two as well. Toledo turns the point for the first time this game.
Good return on investment on the hog ult there.
Yes,
get Toledo to the point.
Yeah, you kind of, some people just use that hog ult as zoning right there, and clearly Toledo had a desired use for that, and they did get it done, getting 2 kills out of that. And of course, they are just feeding into this Roadhog right now. All of their DPS kind of have been kind of stuttering, and the supports have just been continuously healing this Roadhog, keeping him alive, hoping for the best, and it seems to be working for them. Fresco being unable to kind of get one of these picks onto one of these supports. He kind of needs to pick one off before they can really get in. Sneaking behind, Akusora trying to get up there. Does not have his ultimate yet, still waiting to build it. LeBron James does get blue steel. Fresco gets one as well. No ults invested by Ohio here, but it doesn't matter. They win the point, and it looks like they'll win this round. Just got to keep everyone off for a quick second or two, and it looks like they do just that. How do you think of that, Blake?
I'd say rather dominant. Toledo managed to get some percentage back through some good ult usage, but I'm not sure about the team comps there.
Yeah, I think team comps were a little interesting the whole time. I'm not positive. I think that both teams were definitely playing to the point there. Of course, Crazy Man G, great skill with Wrecking Ball, constantly has practiced on that in the past. It's something he always has, and I think in those moments when it's on a map like Well, there's a time and a place, and I think he's definitely playing for that time and place. We do see Dexter Pittman here with a nice little Kiriko going on to this point, and we do see Malga coming out. Crazy Man G with the Malga comfort pick for him now. Let's see how this goes. We do see Akusora on Widow. This is the first time we've seen Widowmaker this whole OU season. This will be interesting to see how it plays out. We've seen them play it in tournament play, but we've never seen them use it in ESC play. Crazy Man G almost goes down there, but is kept alive by Dexter Pittman and as well as LeBron James. Akusora getting one kill onto Super Ninja, the Tracer being out of this fight, unable to contest the point and prevent OU from capping immediately. The rest of Toledo is still alive, though, and it looks like they're trying to get Crazy Man G into a bad position here. Unable to do so. Dexter Pittman does go and get Blue Strel. I'm not positive on that name. Just decided to get confident. Most of Toledo does go down there, and it looks like they are pushing the last one back. Yeah, Super Ninja getting downed by Crazy Man G right there. Everybody's going to retreat back to point.
This update did change the survivability of tanks in a way, didn't it?
Yes, certainly. I was playing some Orisa earlier today just to try and see, and just the survivability is wild now. You can really do a lot more kind of aggressive play, I would say, and still be alive by the end of it, which wasn't true early Overwatch 2 and certainly not true in Overwatch 1. We do see a lot going on right here, though. The opposing Orisa does use her ultimate, but gets down. Dexter Pittman with that kill. Super Ninja does get LeBron James, though. Dexter Pittman the only one healing the OU side. Crazy Man G does kind of get the couple kills he needs to get here. Of course, dealing... Oh, and Drew does end up going down to a single little knife from that Kiriko. Just got to keep Crazy Man G alive now, and that was a massive oversight. Maybe a keyboard died or something? I'm not positive. We will see if they pause. Didn't look like that was on purpose, though. Akusora trying to sneak behind. Does not have a pulse bomb, but does get the kill onto Thog. One healer out of this fight immediately. Of course, we do see OU use one ultimate to try and hold this point. Just make sure that they can win this fight while they're kind of in a weird position. LeBron James, Fresco, and LeBron James. LeBron James with the double right there. Crazy Man G getting... I'm really going to stop saying the Orisa's name because I have no idea how to pronounce that. I am reading it and I have no clue. Same with the Bastion. Anyway, OU's almost at 100%. Did you see Crazy Man G kind of get that last kill right there? But we do see a quick contest from a ball. Let's see if it's enough. Bastion, Baptiste kind of hanging around on point. Akusora making light work of that with Crazy Man G. And LeBron James hit a nice little emote right there. And it doesn't look like Toledo's able to build the momentum there. Ohio wins first map. And of course you see the smiles on the team's face right there. Of course, a first round win's always a nice way to start. But now we're heading to wherever Toledo chooses. How do you feel about that, Blake?
Again, just 2 points and not a whole lot of percent for Toledo, so pretty dominant showing from Ohio.
I would say so.
Very happy with that.
Quick in, quick out. That's all that we can ask for. So, of course, I think now we're going to be filling some time. So, for those who don't know, what do you do here?
So, as I said earlier in the intro, I'm our broadcast engineer for our streams. So, I don't do a whole lot of art or a whole lot of talking or scripting or anything. But scripting in another way, I do a lot of configuration and stuff for our stream setup and a lot of our controls for everything. So I'm the reason that the audio works the way it does and how we get video up here in front of us and how the cameras can all move with our commands and just overall making sure things work.
Yeah, so anytime I mention prod on this stream, they hate it, but I love it because this guy's he is the one that has kind of created most of this beast that's in front of us right now, that I will still be able to press every button, or I will be able to press every button and not know what any of them do or how any of them work, but I know they're there. So I want to thank you for building this awesome setup because we would be nothing without this. And of course, I know you've done some stuff back there. It does look like we might have a switch going on back there, but it does. You've built so much for this place, and it's always nice to have those kinds of people up here. So
I appreciate it. It turns into a team effort. Especially, we've had people before that set a lot of this up, and then we have new people now that know how to run it, and it's turned into a really great setup. And
it's a well-oiled machine right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we do have a change. We have a substitution. What do we got going on back there?
Yeah, it looks like, I believe this was pre-planned. I really want to get this right instead of getting it wrong, but I believe Water is coming in for Dexter Pittman. We will see what happens here. It does look like he's on screen right now. It doesn't look like he's in Dexter Pittman's chair, but we will see. Of course, Water, Aiden McCargish. I think I said his name right. Of course, a veteran of the team, was here last year, did really well. Kind of waiting for his chance to shine. He's shined a couple times. I believe last game was subbed in on Flashpoint and just absolutely dominated. It was a very impressive showing. It's always nice to see people get their time to shine, and he's been getting that. So, yeah, let's
There's
see.
a lot of cheering back in the broadcast room watching Aiden perform. It was, especially him on Kiri, amazing.
Chef's kiss.
Exactly.
Chef's kiss. All right. While we're waiting for that all to kind of settle out, actually, it looks like I have no idea how they're switching this around. It looks like we might have Dexter Pittman and Water. I'm not positive how this is working out. We'll see, though. This will be fun. So I'm trying to think of anything else to mention.
So does that put Fresco out?
I believe possibly. Looks like he is in the chair that usually sits on the bench for the first couple of rounds. So, yeah, awesome. I'm hearing. Someone's telling me something in my ear. We might see some plays here in a second. Anyway, thank you guys so much in the back. Of course, Blake usually back there. Nice to have everybody kind of take on different roles in here. Of course, we do get to see some highlights here. Akusora doing the darn thing. Oh, one replay. All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, so as we're waiting to load into the next map, looks like they are still deciding on what to run here. I believe we should probably expect Kings Row. OU, I believe, undefeated on Kings Row so far this season. I would.
Which is surprising, considering we've seen Kings Row every week.
Yes, we've seen Kings Row almost every week. I believe first week last season we saw Eichenwald. And then they took it out of the map pool, and we never saw Eichenwald again, and we only saw Kings Row. So, yeah, we've seen Kings Row forever. OU has had a mixed record on Kings Row up until this year. They've done a great job so far. Everything we can ask for, and they've really built up what they can do on that map. Of course, we are getting to see some highlights on Well now. Of course, Elios, Well. Me and Blake know that now. We got that. Got some nice highlights going. LeBron James, of course. You don't quite expect it from a Lucio player, but, I mean, you see the Reddit clips. We have a nice little Reddit Lucio on the team here, and we always love seeing him play. It's always a wow factor, and,
I'd imagine LeBron would be a Reddit Lucio, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. LeBron, 100. Well, what do you mean? LeBron would be? He's right there. He's right there.
I don't even have to imagine it.
Yeah, you don't have to imagine it. He's right there. Oh, we are not on Kings Row. We are on Circuit Royale. Very interesting map. I don't believe we've seen Ohio play on it yet this year. Of course, I don't know if you remember this at the beginning of the game. Do you remember when it was nighttime on this map?
Yes, for a short time.
Yeah, it was so much nicer. It was so much nicer than the daytime Midtown.
I did like it a lot better.
It looks so much worse now. But anyway, I digress.
Real quick, Will, how do map bans work in ESC? How do we pick those?
Yeah, so I don't believe there are map bans right now. There is a map pool that is selectable, and every single week, every team plays on the same control map to start. Nobody picks first map. It is an assigned map. It's a rotation of, I believe, 3 maps all the time. Other times, we do have some other different things in other tournaments, but in ESC, first map is starting, and then there's a map pool to select from. Losers pick. So, of course, Toledo picks this map for OU to start on. If OU were to lose this map, then we get to pick next map. So that's kind of how map picks work in ESC. It's not something like Valorant where I believe they're predetermined, if I can remember right. But, yeah, of course, we are seeing a couple fun things happen here. We have Dexter Pittman on the Reinhardt here. Of course, this was what he kind of came in with. He tried out for the team originally as a tank, and certainly had some good skill. Okay, we see a little bit of a misplay there. Crazy Man G doing his best, but unfortunately just cannot get going on that little jump right there. Well, we'll see if they switch this around a bit. But yeah, as I was saying, Dexter Pittman tried out for the team as a tank, ran with a lot of Reinhardt and I believe Roadhog, did very well in tryouts, and then they asked him, hey, you play support and your support role is higher, let's see what you got there. And you dominated in every single game he played with support. So they have him on support, but he does have that in his back pocket. We do see LeBron James on the... I keep on wanting to say Alari. It is not Alari.
No. Lifeweaver.
Lifeweaver. There we go. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so of course, Akusora getting a 4K right there. Getting enough, and Crazy Man G getting the last one. Unable to wrap it up there, but Akusora just kind of walking in and getting 4 and running away. So...
I like that smile on Crazy Man G's face right there. That was a good play to see.
Yeah, he's happy, and of course, Drew does get the little pick on a Crazy Man G right there. That's kind of unexpected. OU does not want that to happen. Akusora, though, on to this Echo, and Echo is what he rocks with a lot. We do see him switch to use his ult to go to Orisa here. This could be a make or break for this kind of team fight for OU here. Of course, Crazy Man G and Dexter Pittman are both back in the fight, trying to just kind of get a little bit of damage in there, unable to do so. Crazy Man G does get to use his ult, though, getting 1. He does get Eshak, and Water does end up on this Lucio here, and we are seeing kind of a pretty quick team comp. It's a very mobile team comp, and OU's using that to the best of their ability currently.
To note, Toledo's about to have, and actually now they do have 5 ults on the board.
Yet, of course, Ohio had to use a couple to get out of that sticky situation right there, and Toledo is rocking with 5, using 1 currently, does not get anything with that Bastion ultimate, but there are 4 more on the table here, and I believe OU knows that, but they might not, because this fight has been constant. They might think that they might be down 1 or missing another. This will be an interesting fight to take hold. Of course, we are waiting for Dexter Pittman. He does have that Earth Shatter. He could get a lot out of it. It does not look like he gets enough. The Symmetra wall does come out. Akusora does end up getting that Symmetra, though, but it might not matter. He kind of got stuck on a wall right there and just ended up getting shattered down. Dexter Pittman does get a kill onto Drew right there, and Water getting Thog. There are no more healers on the board for Toledo. This might be a clean wipe for OU. Possibly the last Symmetra turret in the whole area. It does end up getting Crazy Man G, and Super Ninja does end up getting Water. It looks like OU has been pushed back here. Would not be shocked to see them retreat. Yes, it looks like they are attempting to retreat right now. It'll be interesting to see if they can. Lifeweaver, of course, trying to get that healing into Dexter Pittman. Might not be able to. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see a life grip onto high ground right there. That would have been a very interesting little kind of siege toward the back line, but you know, Toledo's sitting there waiting with a couple ultimates still. OU only has 1 on the board. We do see Lifeweaver Tree come out in a very important team fight spot, kind of in the middle of the area, just hoping to kind of get healing out to the whole team. We do see a Bastion or a Baptiste ultimate come out from Toledo that will harm OU. And Crazy Man, it doesn't end up mattering. Crazy Man G and LeBron James do enough work, and Dexter Pittman swings the hammer and takes out Orisa. That was a constant team fight. I don't think there was a stop.
No, not really. OU did have a retreat for a short time just to get back and get some healers, and obviously not get picked off and offset from the rest of the team.
Yeah, so no real staggers right there. OU did what they needed to do. Sometimes we don't quite see that, but of course it's always nice to see it when it does happen. And right there, they knew when to retreat, and they got back and waited just long enough for both healers to join up the team. And then eventually, the Bastion did walk into the fight and did enough damage, but you know, we were waiting for that. Water does get an early kill onto this Tracer. That is going to be important for this fight here. Akusora attempting to get one little kill onto... Yes, there we go. We get one more the Moira out of here. And Akusora just making light work of most of this Toledo team. Of course, that's a number 3 right there. 3 for 3 on the 12th. Oh, there's a laugh back there. I think someone just may have accidentally fallen off a map. We'll see what happens, though. Crazy Man G does get the kill onto that Orisa right there, and that was important. OU down a healer, though, and they're approaching this last segment, but they have the massive ultimate advantage. Crazy Man G getting Eshak. That is going to be detrimental for Toledo to continue to push this. They might end up retreating. Crazy Man G getting, Dexter Pittman getting one more onto Drew with that Fire Strike. We'll see if he's able to get one more. Orisa going down almost instantly. Dexter Pittman just swinging the hammer, hoping for the best. Crazy Man G continuing to use this bomb as mobility has killed him almost twice. But it doesn't matter. Round 1 complete. OU has about 3 minutes in the bank, looks like. And I think why we are hearing laughter is I believe the Life Weaver fell on top of the Orisa and did not know that the Orisa was below them.
Were they just standing on top of the Orisa?
I believe that's what happened, and I think that is when Nick died. LeBron James died. So, you know, LeBron James got knocked out of the game. I don't know.
Because that is 100% LeBron James.
Yes, LeBron James just footstooled an Orisa and ended up not surviving. Anyway, we're going to defense here.
I think that last round... the return on investment, as we like to say here at Bobcat Esports, or Ohio Esports, excuse me. Our ROI, or Toledo's ROI rather, just wasn't really there on their ult usage. Like, there's pretty even ult availability.
Yeah, I would certainly say so. There was I think Toledo at every... Oh, they're practicing. Okay. All right, I've watched these guys. Of course, these two are the ones that live next to me, and I watched them a couple nights ago play around with this a little bit, and they were laughing the whole time. Will be interesting to see if they can pull it off in a game. Don't believe they want to, but we'll see how it goes. We got a Farah.
I feel like Lifeweaver is the most adjacent to playing basketball for any.
I think that's pretty close, but Crazy Man G going on the offensive right there. Water is able to get the revive onto Crazy Man G, and it looks like they will be pushing. Oh my goodness. Akusora with the kill on a Super Ninja. They are trying to hold as best they can. Of course, 2 of Toledo do get pushed out, and it might... Oh, this could be a bloodbath for Toledo. Somebody's trying to wrap around. They do know where this Orisa is, and there are no heals going to this Orisa currently. Oh, you know what? They can go over the wall. I think they figured that out. All right. This is an unconventional approach to First Point Midtown, but we will see what happens. Oh, Crazy Man G does go down. Mercy does have that revive again, I believe. I think enough time has passed. We might see them attempt to revive. Does not look like they will be able to get in time. Super Ninja does end up getting Akusora, and we see Battle Mercy come out from water. Unable to do so, does get hacked and goes down almost instantly. Dexter Pittman on point, though. We get to see, yep, we'll swing the hammer once. All right, Crazy Man G will be backing up from that. That was interesting.
I thought that was just a fun team comp, to be honest.
That was awesome. I think they should have tried the couple strategies that I know they were attempting. I don't think they tried any complete strategy there. I think they just went for kills, which is interesting. It's an approach, and it almost worked. Unable to kind of get the last little bit, though. Akusora does get one, though. This Mercy is continuously just damage boosting this Farah. I don't think I've seen her heal the Farah once. So it's an approach.
That positioning. The positioning of the Mercy on that ledge, I do enjoy that.
Kind of hard for any of Toledo to see, but almost all of Toledo is open to... Oh my goodness. Of course, getting these really nice positions right here for Akusora. He just knows that with these flying characters. We've seen it with Echo. We've seen it with Farah. He knows how to move around the map. Former Xbox player, I remember making the paddles make you go up. And he is, of course, takes all that knowledge of, I believe, 7-8 years of this game and just rocks with it on these flying characters. And with wild success. We do see water kind of
disconnect.
Yeah, it looks like there might end up being a pause. Yes, there is a pause.
See, who is that?
That is LeBron James disconnected. So funny thing about this, so his keyboard, he made his keyboard himself. He is pretty sure he may have accidentally flipped a switch or a command on his keyboard. It might be wired to control as well as some other thing that turns off PC. He's talked about this before, and he doesn't know why it happens, but he's pretty sure that's what it is. And if he tries to go open game settings and he's pressing, I think it's Control, Shift, and another button, it almost always turns his computer off. So we'll see if that's what happened.
He basically has an Alt F4 keybind on his keyboard. What's that say?
You know what? I think he might. I think he might actually have that. So we'll see what happens. We do have some time to kill, though.
I want to retract my statement about Lifeweaver being a more adjacent like basketball player, but I forgot that. Oh, what's her name? I forgot the name. What's the one that shoots rockets?
Farah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but I forgot she has a basketball.
Yeah, she has the basketball emote, doesn't she?
Yeah, so I completely retract that statement.
Yeah, come on. I mean, Farah's got that 3-point fadeaway. I also just stepped way away from the mic. Sorry if you couldn't hear that. Anyway, if you're just joining us right now, we had a wonderful disconnect because of a bad keybind. It does sound like he just loaded back in. Hearing some cheers back there. Wonderful thing there. It took us a couple hours of experimenting last year to try and figure out why it was happening, because it would always happen to formerly Slow-O. It would just disconnect and computer would shut off, and we had no idea why. It looks like game did resume here. Yes, game did resume. LeBron James will be entering this game. He has no ult charge. Rather unfortunate. I believe he did end up having his ultimate, or was very close to it, but they will be going into this with no ult charge. And we do see the Orisa kind of get that early jump and does get a melee kill onto somebody, but Drew just returns the favor with a kill onto Dexter Pittman.
Nice life grip. That was amazing.
Yeah, that life grip really kind of saved the team fight right there. Akusora does get 2, though. Of course, Akusora now off the flying hero, back on to... Okay, all right. We see some Battle Mercy every so often, I guess. Of course, Water trying to kind of just do his thing on this map. A lot of damage boostable heroes here. Oh, when we saw Lifeweaver play with that tire right there. You can Lifeweaver and pull a tire. Yeah, okay, we're getting to see really fun things in chat. Anyway, you can Lifeweaver pull a Junkrat while they are using their ultimate and activate the tire wherever you want. So you basically just become a landmine.
So the tire is a valid target for...
Yes. No. You yourself while you're using your ultimate. A lot of the heroes... okay, all right, Crazy Man.
Oh my god.
All right, Crazy Man G with the triple. Not in a good way, but, you know, like... all right, yeah, all right. Okay, this is interesting. All right, I am liking this Lifeweaver kind of Crazy Man G combo. This is very interesting. Just kind of pulling him around the map, trying to see what they can do. The Dexter Pittman right there, kind of just keeping that forward hold. Maybe they will try and push a little bit farther forward. Of course, we do see a Bob ultimate. Now, this is another one that I did see them attempting to play with. I don't think they could figure anything out with it. With that Lifeweaver pull, but we will see what goes on. Of course, Dexter Pittman kind of holding that high ground. Akusora gets 1. Of course, that Lucio being out of that means there can be no siege from Toledo. They have to just kind of stay alive, and they have to slowly push, and it doesn't look like they're even willing to try that. They're just going to wait for Drew to come back. Super Ninja getting really low, does end up getting healed, but almost... And we do get to see a play here. No Earth Shatter in that. I think there may have been a miscommunication. There is an ultimate out from Drew, though, to keep the team alive, and Dexter Pittman is in the middle of a large brawl. Does end up getting killed by Fog. Akusora attempting to get... Oh, that Cassidy just barely evading. Super Ninja does end up getting water, though. That does kind of hurt Ohio here. If Yeah, Akusor is able to get that Lucio out of the fight. That is awesome for Ohio side. And of course, Akusor might get killed. Yes, does get killed here by the Orisa. LeBron James attempting to kind of save the fight right here. Might be able to hold them at the base of bridge and push it back up a little ways. Akusor is, of course, Bob gets one. Dexter Pittman also gets one. Water gets one. Pushed back once again.
That's a nice hold, missing support.
Yeah, certainly. I think as long as LeBron... Okay, this is interesting. All right, they're planning something. It looks like this is another life weave. I can't tell. It looks...
Are they waiting?
Don't know exactly what's going on. Yeah, there's another pause. I think somebody's keyboard is not good.
But it's not LeBron James's again.
I don't... No one's disconnected, and that's usually the issue.
Okay.
I think... So Toledo looked like they stopped before OU stopped. Don't know what happened there. I can't tell who called pause. I was trying to look for it. It kind of looked like at the end Dexter Pittman might have called pause. I'm not sure though. Yeah, okay, interesting.
So it looks like something's going wrong, and it sounds like it's from Toledo's side.
Yeah, looks like Toledo kind of stopped and spawned there for a second. Looked like something was up. They couldn't quite decide what was going on.
What a freeze frame.
That is a nice little freeze frame on Lucio right there. Of course, okay. Lucio skin? What's your favorite Lucio skin?
I don't even know all the Lucio skins, or actually any.
Jazzy's the best. Jazzy's the... Anyway, I'm going to stop now. Okay, somebody's game froze on the side of Toledo. Looks like they will be loading back in. Once again, we have time to kill. Yeah, so this is a nice little game so far on the side of Ohio. You get to see, of course, that wonderful group of people back there. They are the ones that make it, or that play the game and make it happen. It's always wonderful to see that.
They make it a show.
They do make it the show. And of course, we do see Jackson right there, just over the corner of the computer, almost a forehead cam. If you pulled his hair up, it would be a forehead cam. We've yet to see a good forehead cam this Overwatch season. We will wait for that, though. It does look like we are getting some highlights. So some from Ilios, of course. Good first map, I would say. Dominant from OU. I would say the first half of this map has certainly been dominant as well. Losing that first point, I think, on a little bit of an experimental comp on defense at least, but it looks like they've been able to hold it this time, and they've been able to use some different strategies that they've looked at and maybe not used, but at least evaluated. And it looks like they are at least kind of getting ready. I'm not positive.
It's weird to see this because, like, for the rest of the season, it's been pretty smooth. But it is also a patch day, so I imagine that's related.
Yeah. I think only 2 guys have gotten to play, of course they have a warm-up scrim before the game starts. They play for about 30-45 minutes with another team. I don't remember who. So somebody just said, had to DDoS Thog like that, huh? And they said, I guess we're even now. So, you know, it happens. Of course, going through the team right there, but yeah, we've seen kind of a dominant performance here on this map, and dominant performances throughout the season, even against a Western Michigan team, I believe, last week that was very good. I think that they went into that map expecting to win 3-1, and they went out of that winning 3-0, and I think all of them were impressed by themselves, and it really was like a kind of gelling moment for the team. They were very happy about that. I think they immediately went out for Goodfellas, which is the pizza around here if you don't know. But yeah, so
I will say last week was the King's Row that went to the wire.
Yes, it was I think a 4.5 minute hold on third point, which we haven't seen them hold. I went back through. We had not seen them hold more than 2 minutes on King's Row, third point. So that was something that they had never done before, and they did it in a pretty dominant fashion.
That's a solid team.
Yeah, the teamwork's starting to come through. They've been working on this for a while. They've been having some of these set play things that they've been working on. Not all of them have come to fruition, but they keep on working on them. Of course, Crazy Man G right there, shuffling his playlist, like the good man he is.
What's he listening to?
He is listening to Tap Out by The Strokes right now, 100%.
On repeat?
Yes. I mean, well, no, not on repeat, but like, whoa, like that's a song you don't want to listen to on repeat. But maybe you know what? He's just listening to "Come Down Machine" by The Strokes on repeat. I know he likes that album. We have that one thing in common. All right. Does look like Toledo is getting closer. We are still waiting, though. Of course. Nice little view of the team. Everybody kind of waiting for the rest of the game to get started. I'm trying to think of other housekeeping. If you are joining us, we are Ohio Esports, Bobcat Esports. Follow us on Instagram, and I mean, we do have Twitter as well. You can always follow us on Twitter. It's always a fun follow.
And we have a TikTok.
We do have a TikTok. I was just pulling up all the names so I could make sure I got them right. Instagram is Ohio Esports, all one word. TikTok is bobcat.esports. More content coming your guys' way. It's very fun. They're working on more. They have, I think, 2 in the can right now, and they have 2 more coming, and they're planning like the next 9. Good job, guys. We're getting content going. We do have a wonderful view of Dexter Pittman right now. If they would love to switch to that, please. I think that is maybe the best camera angle we've gotten of any player. Never mind. He took his head up. It looked like he was sleeping in the chair.
He plays from that position, right? Like lean back?
A little leaned back, yes. But I think there have been times I have watched him actually in a scrim. I came back here one time when they were just like getting ready to start everything. And man was about 3 inches from the screen. I've never seen something like that other than LeBron James when he was playing Valorant.
We've got a highlight reel here filled with Akisora clips.
I know, it's Akusora clips. We're also seeing a Crazy Man G tire right there with the pole. The timing for that, I know when they were testing it out, the timing for that was about 1/10 of a second. So that's something fun to try, I guess. Good job, guys. In the meantime, we've also seen another DC from Toledo. I don't know what's going on here, guys. We'll figure it out in a moment. Of course, Muck. Nothing on our side right now. He's
Dylan's staying hydrated right now.
Staying hydrated, of course. Hydro, homies. Yeah, of course. So it looks like Super Ninja is back in the game, but we are missing one more. Looks like it might be an internet issue on Toledo's side. We will get back to you guys on that. But if you guys do look right here, we have a wonderful thing. We have a wonderful sponsor right there, PNC. I just checked my student account today. Made me very happy to see that I have a lot of money. Not a lot, but for a college student, I have a lot of money, and it made me happy because, yeah, I was not positive I was gonna be able to have fun the rest of the semester. So, yes, I still can. Of course, thank you PNC for sponsoring the stream.
Very happy to have them.
Yes,
they give us sponsorship to be able to do all sorts of cool stuff in the esports facility, and great sponsorship. Really love to have them.
Yes, we love to have them. I love their PNC student accounts. If you have not seen those before, they're very interesting. I would look at them. I haven't tested it yet. One of my friends told me that they also work with one of the ATMs on campus. I'm not positive on that. Haven't gotten to test it yet, but just one of those fun things. So, check out PNC student accounts. Yeah, just check it out. Even if you already have another bank account, you can always check again. Anyway, looks like Toledo... I don't think they're in the territory of disqualification. I don't know what the time limit is for ESC. Last year, I believe it was 5 minutes to fix DCs, unless otherwise stated. I believe they passed that window right now, and they are saying that their internet and their esports room is going out. Things happen. OU knows that. We've had that happen before. So, of course... we'll wait it out, see what happens. We get to see Fresco and Monkey right there, the rookies on the team. It's not Monkey anymore, it's Dexter Pittman. It's Dexter Pittman and Fresco. All right. That one still gets me every time. But so, yeah, we get to see them right there. The rookies of the team hanging out. relaxing with the coach in the back left. Yeah, so I'm trying to think. We got to fill time. I wonder if you're gonna make it to trivia.
There's no trivia today, unfortunately.
The one time we might be able to make it to
I was super excited about it, and they're like, oh.
If you don't know, it's been a running joke. This guy loves to go to trivia at one of the places around here, and it's on Tuesday nights at what time? 9?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Valorant, as you guys saw from last season, yeah, we never finished before 10. And then for Overwatch, we were hoping to kind of finish a couple games early. We have still not finished a game early, so...
We finished a couple early enough.
Yeah. Then did you haul butt over there?
I've made it. I've been making it, so...
Awesome. Get this man to trivia every single night. Yeah, Toledo is subbing in a player. Looks like they are just trying to work through a lot of their issues on their side. I don't know if that's... I haven't read ESC rules for this season. I believe last season they did have a caveat to where you could do that once a season. You know, gotta fix what's going on. So it looks like they will be doing that. The map also removed a player eligibility spot from Toledo's side, which is a pain to fix. So we will see what happens there. Of course, team's still going around talking. Everybody's kind of relaxed back there. It's been about a 15-minute break, so you know the blood's not pumping right now. It was, but we are still waiting for this to resume.
Are there some calisthenics they can do to like keep themselves ready to go?
I've jokingly told LeBron James he needs to do push-ups every so often, and then man dropped down and did 40 push-ups, and I felt like an absolute wimp. So I'm not gonna tell him to do push-ups, you know, but. Is what it is. We're still waiting for this game to start. If you are just joining us, my name's Will. This is
Blake.
He runs, or he has helped produce this whole thing. We've got a board with buttons right here. There are boards with buttons back there. There's this monitor right here, and he's done a ton of work to make all this possible. If there's any praise that you should give for... Yes, praise. I'm saying praise. Wow. Yes, he's put a lot of work into this place, and we're very thankful that he's here. And you know, it is your senior year, big senior year. You know,
we're finishing it off. It's a pretty easy semester, low amount of credit hours, and pretty relatively easy classes. So
yeah, just gotta get
ready to finish off.
Yeah,
and here I get to be here for all my senior year and doing this stuff, and it's what I've enjoyed out of my entire school career. So
yeah.
Been the highlight of it, really.
Awesome. Yeah, it's always nice to... And now we have a back view. Thanks, guys. That one kind of caught me off guard.
We've had that camera angle there. Like, we've had that ready to do that for forever, just in case we wanted to. And I think that may have been, like, the second time we've ever used it. You don't know about the first time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't need to know the first time. I don't need to know the first time, because it was probably me, and it probably wasn't a flattering angle. Anyway, we are still waiting. Looks like Toledo is attempting to fix their problems. They did confirm it is an internet issue on their end. We are waiting for that to resolve itself. Of course, we do have a lot of the Overwatch Club over there. Overwatch Club, wave! Yeah, there we go. If you are new to Ohio Esports at all, we have a lot of clubs for different games. We've got a League of Legends club. We've have a Overwatch club. We have a COD team. I believe COD club. Is Smash still a part of?
Smash is a part of it.
Okay.
They actually had a really successful tournament. It was not this last weekend, but the weekend before.
Yeah.
We had more than 60 people show up, and the subsequent broadcast had an insane amount of people tune in.
Awesome. I completely forgot Smash was big.
It's a big thing on campus. They do kind of keep, like, they're a little, like, separate from a lot of the umbrella stuff, but they're still part of us, and they put on a lot of good stuff, especially Joey over there. He's a great organizer of those tournaments.
Yeah.
And what do we have here? We missed it.
I have no idea. He might have been doing jumping jacks. I have no idea.
I don't think it was a jump. I think it may have been the gritty.
Oh, was he hitting a gritty?
I think he was trying.
Oh no! I want to see CJ hit the grid. Or sorry, I want to see Fresco hit the gritty. I'm gonna start keeping a counter of the amount of times that I mess up player names with actual names, because I definitely have done it to I think every single person on the team tonight at least once, and I know Fresco I've done it like 3 or 4 times. So when you're friends with all the guys back there, it's easy to screw stuff up. So my apologies. Of course, we do see the 2022-23 team on that board right there. Of course, Crazy Man G at the top, Lucas Kuna to the left, Lando on the right, Aiden to bottom left. Water bottom left, Akusora bottom center, and then we've got LeBron James bottom right. When he got a haircut from one of our best friends that morning for the camera shoot because he thought his hair was too long. Things happen. It looks like we might be getting closer here. Of course, if you're just tuning, I have no idea what they're throwing back and forth. It looks like these are the calisthenics that they are choosing to do.
This is reaction training.
Yes, that's what this is.
We need to get them they make they're almost like tennis balls, but they're irregularly shaped. So they just bounce around everywhere, and you have to react and catch it. We should do that.
I am almost positive they are tossing a rubber duck back and forth.
Is that the ESC duck, or is that the HyperX duck? There's 2 ducks back there.
I have no idea. Bad time to cough. Of course, camera turns on. Anyway, sorry.
He's under an immense amount of pressure right now when the camera's on him.
So much. Oh, and we are getting different camera angles ready. Oh, guys. Just wait for this. Looks like, are we going to get a pitcher stance? Possibly. Possibly not. Oh, and it goes over to, I think that's Fresco. And, LeBron James and Dexter Pittman are tossing it back and forth. Oh, 3-point fadeaway. And it's in the ground. Not quite the best from LeBron James right there. I don't even know what this is anymore.
I think it gets cut after the season. But, I mean, I don't even know if you're allowed to shoot that way.
I have no idea. This is interesting. All right, there we go. It looks like they are bowling now to LeBron James. Looks like we are almost ready on Toledo's side. Of course, there are issues that happen. Looks like dorm Wi-Fi went out and it is not back. Toledo will be subbing someone else in. I love it how they all got ready, but I'm just going to be honest, they are not in the game yet. So
not even close.
No one's in the game yet.
I can tell you, after just any break in gameplay, it would completely ruin my, I would not be locked in whatsoever.
And we lost another Toledo player.
Oh my!
All right. Okay, this is a great stream here. If you're just joining us, I'm Will.
I'm Blake.
All right. I think we need to keep this going. So yeah, we're still just waiting for some stuff to start up here. If you're just joining us, we've had a DC on our side. Toledo's had a couple DCs on their end. We're working through it right now. Teams waiting there in the back. They were getting bored. It's been about 20 minutes now. Things happen. It does look like they are getting ready. LeBron James is typing in chat, do not put Fresco in. I think there was a thing that Fresco said in chat where he was like, put me in Toledo, smiley face. Things happen. Good team back there. We are waiting for this to start.
Toledo did get somebody back.
They got one, I believe. They've had 2 leave. I believe those 2 have not returned. I have no idea what's happening now. We have been up here for 20 minutes. We've been having a good time. Oh, their tank is back.
Yes.
Blue Kestrel. The one name I could not say the whole first map and second map, and I gave up saying, has joined the game again. I believe he was their Orisa. We are still waiting for everything else to get ready, steady, go worthy. But yeah, if you're just joining us, we're Ohio Esports. We have a lot of games. We have Discord, Ohio Esports Discord, Bobcat Esports Discord, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it's Bobcat Esports Discord, I believe, because that covers a lot of the club stuff. Ohio Esports is our varsity program, and as you see here, we play in the ESC for 2 games over the spring season. Those are Overwatch and League, and then we also play Valorant and Rocket League in the fall. And for those of you who don't know, ESC is basically a subsidiary of the MAC, the Mid-American Conference, and they have this esports conference here, ESC.
Yeah, so we've got this wonderful conference here. You really joined the conference, I believe, 2 years ago, correct? If I'm wrong?
I believe we were one of the we're the first members.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's just the MAC formed it, I believe, and just joined all the schools with it, and we added some schools as well. But we also have our schedule up right now, and this shows all of our ESC teams.
Yes. So, of course, every so often there is a team that ends up forfeiting. Of course, we have not had that this year in Overwatch, thankfully. Last year it was an interesting thing. But so, of course, this year we get to see wonderful teams like Akron, Toledo, Buffalo, Western Michigan, Bowling Green, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Ball State, Ohio Esports, NKU, and many others in the fray. We do see a trophy now behind Winston. I don't believe that was there before. They're going for gold this year. Last season, they came in 4th, went up against number 1 Ball State, I believe. It was a very close game. They tried their heart out. It ended up not working out. Things happen.
We're ready.
That means ready. All right. Thank goodness. That was the worst. Hey, you know what? You were very nervous about filling time earlier.
Yeah.
And this was 25 minutes. You did a good job.
Well, we'll see if we shouldn't have to fill anymore.
Oh, no. There's not a round after this. Okay, well.
What was happening before?
I don't even remember. Toledo's back in, though. Looks like Yugi Pharaoh is in now. I don't remember who they are replacing. Things happen. OU's working it out. We are going to see a Riptire come out. It is not enough. Way to enter this map from OU. Toledo does almost get a little bit going for him, but everybody's so low on their side. It's not quite enough. Crazy Man G getting the kill out of Super Ninja. Their Orisa also goes down. Not quite enough. Crazy Man G does get the kill onto Yugi Farah. Akusora kind of doing the work to kind of clean up right there. Overtime is starting. There's a Lucio on point. 3,
looks like
2, 1. Map 2 down. One more remains.
It only took 30 seconds.
One more. Maybe one
more.
more.
It only took 30 seconds after that tech pause.
I can't. Okay. All right. We did a wonderful job filling time there. Of course, Ohio versus Toledo, Overwatch. If you were just watching for 20 minutes, you might not have had any idea what was going on. We are on the 3rd map of Toledo versus Ohio Overwatch. Thank you for joining us. I'm Will.
I am Blake.
All right. We'll keep that going for now. That I think is hilarious. Of course, we're going to 3rd map. Oh my goodness, we're going to wait like... Oh,
We've got an R, hopefully.
We've got an R. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, so, yes, Toledo gets to pick map. Loser picks map in ESC. Of course, looks like we're going to see Suravasa coming out. Of course, Flashpoint, 3rd map. You were asking about how the different map bans work and everything. I don't believe teams can ban maps. They can only select them and losers pick. And the order of the maps goes Control Point. It's not Assault. Oh, crap. Hybrid. What were we just on? Yes, Hybrid.
Hybrid, yes.
Yes, Hybrid, and then Flashpoint, and then it's Escort after that, I believe. There might be one more. I'm not positive. We've not gotten there yet. I don't know the order off the top of my head past that. Looks like everybody is ready on both sides. We are into the 3rd round on Suravasa, the new map, Flashpoint. You know, have you played any Flashpoint recently?
When it first dropped, I played it for a little bit. To be honest, I haven't played a whole lot of Overwatch in the last few weeks, about a month or two. But especially with this new patch, I'm definitely going to get playing it a little bit more. But Flashpoint, I really liked it when it showed up, and I thought it was a good time.
Yeah, I loved it. it was Flashpoint was just a very fun game mode to start. Since then, I've kind of come around. I don't know if I love it, but it's an interesting map type. It's awesome to play on, and it's really cool to watch people that are much better than me play on. And that's what we're watching right now. We're watching a couple Grandmasters, a couple Master players, a couple, I think somebody's top 500 currently. We get to watch them all play on this wonderful map.
I wish Water would go back to Zen. I love seeing Zen picks.
Oh yeah, I forgot you are a Zen main. I completely forgot about that. I mean, I have Nutcracker and Golden Gun. That's the best I have.
I've got the baseball.
Like,
I've got the baseball skin, and it's the best thing ever.
That one's so sick. I forgot about that one. Anyway, of course, we're getting started here. LeBron James on DPS playing Genji. This is something he's done a little bit in his free time. He was working on it in the off season. I don't know where it got for him, but you know, you got to try some new things out. And maybe there's going to be some fun things to try. We do see Crazy Man G on DPS as well. We see Water on Kiriko, Dexter Pittman on support, and we see Akusora on Roadhog. Now that is something that's a little strange, I will be honest. Dexter Pittman does end up getting the kill onto their Tracer. I can't say that name again. LeBron James is kind of just trying to get that poke damage a little bit. Akusora gets low, but is just able to kind of deal with what was coming at him. Akusora ends up getting Eshak. Super Ninja does end up getting Crazy Man G, though. That is kind of going to stall this OU team a little bit. It doesn't matter, though. Akusora and Dexter Pittman both getting the darn thing done.
Note the Blue Strail switched Soldier from Tracer.
Yes, I did just notice that, now that you say that. And we did see a switch from Drew. Now he's on Lucio. Kind of seeing a fun comp out from Toledo right now. I believe Yugi Farah, when he entered the game, said, "I am a CS player, smile," and then entered the game. So we will see what Toledo has to offer here. Crazy Man G already working with that full charge, has yet to fire it once. Okay, there you go, bud. You probably could have gotten 3. Of course, their Soldier does end up getting Water. LeBron James does get the kill back onto that Soldier in retaliation. Crazy Man G attempting to get a couple kills. His lineups, for being a tank player, are pretty insane. Is able to get 2 right there. Super Ninja and Eshak both going down. Yeah, that's, you know, you don't often see tank players with kind of crazy aim. And I'm a tank player. I understand. Things happen. You know, we're not always gifted. But he does have that aim, and he is great at DPS when he has tried it. Blue Skirtle does end up getting Akusora, though. That is rather unfortunate. OU kind of sieging towards that next point, wanting to get there before.
Another kill.
Yeah, this is weird. I think Ohio was stalling to lead. I don't quite know what's going on here. Looks like Ohio is on point. Looks like they wanted to get there first, and they will be doing that. We are going to see ult come out from Super Ninja here, but he is low, and Dexter Pittman's trying to get heals out to him, and it is going to be enough to keep him alive. You might end up seeing a beat drop right here. Maybe not. Blue Skirtle does end up getting Akusora. They're going to be down the tank this fight, and Toledo kind of used a couple ults there, but they are going to end up capping point first. Ohio has a lot of ultimates ready. LeBron James does go down to Super Ninja, though. That's going to be detrimental to any push for OU here. Looks like they might even try to kind of stall, retreat. Not quite, but just a little bit.
Another Blue Strail Elim. He's been gathering those up a little bit.
Yeah, of course. He's kind of switched that Soldier, and he's been kind of doing the darn thing. He's gotten quite a few kills onto the side of OU. I think he might actually have almost, I've only seen 2 kills from Super Ninja so far. I think he might have the rest of the kills on Soldier. So
maybe he's the CS player.
No, he was their tank before. Maybe he does play CS though with that kind of aim. We are kind of seeing Water on this Kiriko, just kind of try to siege behind, see what they can do. Of course, Akusora onto this Malga. We're going to see a lot come out right here real quick from both sides. LeBron James gets one, Crazy Man G gets another, and it looks like LeBron James might be able to get the rest, or Akusora, you know, just with that crazy aim that we've seen all night, usually with projectile, but he's using it with regular heroes as well, and, you know, mowing things down with Malga. Yeah, we are going to see Toledo kind of try to definitely that was weird. Does look like their Sombra fell off the map. There are a lot of places to do that in this map, but It's rather unfortunate for the side of Toledo. They have 99%. They can certainly fight and get this last little push right here. That will stop them, though, temporarily. And Super Ninja is getting... Yeah, Super Ninja gets got by Crazy Man G right there. Kind of overextended. Dexter Pittman gets one onto Yugi Pharaoh. And the rest go down from there. That Lucio just getting sieged upon, but he's trying to get back to spawn. Does end up doing so. Crazy Man G trying to... Oh, never mind. Already built up the ultimate. I was going to say he was building up that ultimate with that little orb right there. We are going to see Toledo kind of siege on point a little late here, but they will be trying to contest. They have 12 seconds to get to point here. Doesn't even look like they're attempting to play point. I don't agree with that. But Drew and Super Ninja do get 1 kill each, but it's not enough. Ohio does end up capping point.
And they started that last contest with an ult advantage, it seemed like.
Yeah, I don't quite understand why they contested right there. I probably would have ended up pushing up to point as fast as possible. Attempt to run past most of what OU had right there. They kind of probably could. The only thing that would have been really standing in the way there was a Malga. You live and you learn. Ohio is going to be 2-0 up on this Flashpoint game, only needing 100 seconds on point right now to win this game. LeBron James gets one on Torb. Kind of a fun pick from him. We'll see if he can get a couple kills here.
Where's he
picks 2 up? No hammer kill yet. I'm sure we're going to see that in a moment, though. Don't know how much we're going to love that, but, you know. And he does get one more right there. Of course, always wonderful to see Torb. Oh, no. Yeah, here we go. Hammer kill time. Nice little panoramic view. Thank you for production for getting some stuff like that worked up for us. We always like seeing that. Akusora trying to kind of push up a little bit. Might as well kind of aggress here if they're going to be on point. We are going to see a little bit of damage come out from Toledo. Most of OU's kind of getting low. Drew ends up getting Crazy Man G. OU and Akusora does get antied as well. That is not going to be good for them. Akusora and LeBron James go down. Or sorry, they get kills, and LeBron James with 2 hammer kills. Oh my goodness.
Oh my. I called it.
Yeah, you did call it. I kind of wish we had a camera angle from that. I heard a scream. It is always wonderful to hear that from LeBron James. Whenever he is screaming, he is doing something crazy, or he is in the middle of getting absolutely just destroyed. That seemed like a good scream, though. Of course, we are going to see this POV from him. It's him against the world, and it's the world wins. Water does attempt to get a couple kills here. Does get one, fighting for more. Trying not to let... Oh, Water does end up going down there. Crazy Man G uses his ultimate, though. There's not much standing in the way here. Super Ninja does go down. Crazy Man G also goes ahead and gets Drew. Doesn't look like anybody will be able to... Oh, right there. The Mauga sprint just barely keeps Eshak off the point. That is third map for Ohio. ESC is best of 3. That's game. Of course, team waiting right there. Little past a couple of their bedtimes, I know that. Not really. I love those guys. Yeah, so wonderful game tonight. As you can see, all of those guys back there, of course, they loved that. That was a fun game for them. They knew what they had to do going into it. They did that. They got to try a couple things that I know they've wanted to try, and they haven't been able to find time to work it in. They did so tonight. And they ended up getting the 3-0 with it as well. Any other thoughts from you, Blake?
Big thing is it almost felt like a morale game. Not that morale, like there's no morale, like low morale, but there's a lot of fun had back there. Yeah. And you could hear it, you could feel it in the game, and even through all this tech pause stuff, still stayed focused and got very dominant wins.
They were playing basketball with ducks back there during a tech pause. Only here, the best team in ESC, I believe, at least in my opinion. We'll go with that. I believe that's probably about it, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Next week, Ohio is playing Ball State. We will be here with, Blake Hall? Blake Hall next week?
Blake Hall, if he's still there, I'm not sure.
We'll have to double check, but there might be a Blake Hall. Of course, this being Blake Gall. We had a wonderful video last year. Maybe Blake Hall Part 2, possibly.
We'll just have to wait and see. Big game next week.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you haven't followed us on socials, bobcat.esports on TikTok. We have a lot of content coming there, and Ohio Esports on Instagram. Follow us. We love having you guys here. Esports Arena now open on Saturdays. Starts at 2 to 9, I believe. Don't quote me. I think it's right. Anyway, thank you guys very much for joining us. We will see you all next time.